guys, you know what time it is? It's a Victory Monday. That's right, and I got my NFC East Championship shirt on. That's right, we won the NFC East. And after the victory this weekend, we have secured that first round bye that we wanted. We've got that, but now it's time to secure home field advantage. So we need one more win. We need the Vikings to lose. As a matter of fact, we control our own destiny. Really, if we win our next two games, we have that home field advantage. So let's get out there, boys, and let's win the next two. All right, going back to this past weekend against the Giants, the G-Men from up 95. It's always nice to beat the G-Men. Too bad, Eli. That's right, Eli face. Oh, too bad. It was another game against the Giants that came down to the wire. And we always seem to have problems with the Giants. I don't know what it is, but they're just tough, man. They're just tough to beat. You know, but we're 12-2. We have the best record in the NFL. We went in there, I think maybe we took them a little lightly. They did play a good game against us. Eli had a great game. You know, he looked like the old days when he was winning Super Bowls. And they came out and they put it to us. We were actually losing in the first half by 2 touchdowns. We came back and we tied it up, and from that point forward, we played well, but it was questionable. We really didn't play well against a bad team. This was the first time this season we actually dropped our level of play to play against a bad team. We usually don't do that, and hopefully it's an anomaly, and next week we'll come back against the Raiders and we'll play even stronger. Eagles Elvis back here, he is not happy with the way our defense performed. He was about ready to have a blue Christmas. Exactly. If that D didn't step up in the second half. We turned it on with some big plays. We had that block punt, and we had that Darby interception that Eli threw. He's always good for 2 interceptions, and we probably could have had a couple more if we could catch the ball on defense. The offense did not miss a beat with Nick Foles in there. He came in, Nick Foles, and he kept that train moving. He was able to do so with short fields. The defense and the block punt, they provided him with short fields so we can make that comeback. But that first drive of the game, he led us 75 yards right down the field, scored a touchdown. Nick Foles did miss a couple wide open guys, and he did make a couple bad throws, but you see that from any good quarterback in the NFL. They sometimes miss people. You know, Aaron Rodgers isn't 100% accurate all the time. Neither is Tom Brady, neither is Roethlisberger, or any of those guys. So Nick Foles came in and he did what we needed him to do. He came in and he played his arse off. Foles on the day had 4 TDs. He threw 24 of 38 for 237 yards, and he had a 115 quarterback rating. That's pretty darn good for a backup. Aguilar, Jeffrey, Ertz, and Burton all had TDs, so he's spreading the ball around. He's following that pattern that Wentz set for him coming into this game, to spread the ball out. And that's what makes this Eagles offense so good. You can get the ball to any of those guys, and they can score a touchdown. The run game, we had just over 100 yards by committee again, with Jay Ajayi leading the way. I think he's going to get more work as we proceed and we move further into the close of the season and into the playoffs. I think he's going to get more of the workload, but we still have a 3-headed monster. We have those guys Blunt, we've got Ajayi, and we've got Clement. So it's going to be tough on the other team's defense to stop our running game. The offensive line actually did a nice job this weekend of keeping those guys off of Nick Foles. Foles had to dodge O.C. Umenyiora that one play, and he made a nice pass downfield. But for the most part, Nick was clean. You know, nobody was really getting to him, and that was a good sign. That's a good sign moving forward, that Foles really wasn't pressured that often, and he was able to get the ball out of his hand quickly and get the ball downfield to the playmakers. On the defensive side of the ball, definitely not good. For the second week in a row, we looked bad, especially in that first half. They were just rolling down the field against us. It was ridiculous how they were just moving the ball. Eli, boom, methodically moving it down the field, and against a beat-up Giants offense that's ranked near the bottom in passing offense. And they were just moving that ball against us. It was not good to watch. They seemed almost unstoppable in the first half, and we had to play catch-up. Their receiver, Shepard, he put up 149 yards. What? That's way too much. As a team, they put up over 500 yards against our defense, and that's the first time we've done that in a long time. And that's the most in Schwartz's term as the defensive coordinator. The defense did tighten up in the second half. We only gave up 6 points, which was enough to win. But we need the defense to be a little bit better than what we saw on Sunday if we want to go far in the playoffs. We've got to come up with some Something that brings us back to where we were in the first half of the season, where we were just dominating people. We were just stopping them. They couldn't pass the ball. They couldn't run the ball. We were getting pressure on the quarterback. We didn't get much pressure on the quarterback at all this weekend on Eli. We just didn't. Our linebackers aren't flying around like they were earlier in the season. They seem to be out of position a lot recently for some odd reason. Like they're going in, they're on the other side of the field when the ball's coming to the right. They're on the left. It seems out of sorts for our linebacking core. You know, they need to get that straightened out before we head into the next 2 games and into the playoffs. Ronald Darby has just been horrid. Since he's come back in the 5 games that he's played, he's ranked in the bottom of the league in coverage by a cornerback. He's given up more yards than only one other guy in the league. So he needs to, and maybe it's the injury that he's still trying to get over, but he needs to step it up. He needs to be our number 1 cornerback. He needs to shut some people down, and he really has not done that. Hopefully over the next 2 games, he can get that straightened out as we go into the playoffs. You know, always a fun time when we play the Giants, and we beat the Giants. Right? How about all those Eagles fans up in that stadium this past weekend? And then the New York Daily News has the balls to say we're awful fans. We filled your stadium because your fans aren't showing up. We're awful? Yeah, whatever. Suck it, New York Daily News. That's right. And all those Giant fans out there, I've been arguing with Giant fans all week on Facebook. Right? Telling us how great Eli is and he's won Super Bowls and Super Bowl this and Super Bowl that. You know what that is? That's a cop-out. It's a cop-out because, yeah, we understand. You guys got Super Bowls. We don't have one yet. But right now, currently, at this point in time, you guys suck. You're bad. You're not a good team. Admit it, all right? I can admit it when we weren't a good team. Chip Kelly's second year, he was awful, right? Terrible. We were bad. We weren't going to win anything. We knew it. We knew it. Last year, we weren't very good. We were okay, but we're not going to win a playoff game or a Super Bowl last year. But this year, we're good. Giants, you're not. You're awful. Injury ravage. Your coach, you just fired him. He sat your quarterback who had 200 and some odd consecutive starts. Giants fans, suck it too, man. You guys are awful. You're awful. Philly fans, man, we stick with our team. Win, lose, whatever. Bleed green, baby. That's what we do. New York Giants fans, you can all bite me. You really can. Go fuck yourselves. We came back down 95 with the W, and yeah, you guys didn't. Over the last 21 games, we're 16-5 against you guys. So talk about being dominant over one team. 16 wins to your 5 wins. That's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. And you guys don't seem to have an answer for us. Whatever. Giants, you can tell me you got Super Bowls all day long. You guys suck. 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 Just saying. Little Eli face for you. Eli. But hey, guys, drink your victory ale. We've got a game this week coming up on Christmas against the Raiders. Christmas night. It's going to be a big game for us. If we win this game and the Vikings lose, we secure that home field advantage. So, hey, let's hope the Vikings lose. Yeah, that's what we want. And we want to kick the Raiders' ass. But, you know, the Raiders are tough because you don't know who the hell's going to show up. The team that they were supposed to be this season or the team that's just a shit show. Yeah, because they're a shit show. They should have beat Dallas the other day. Derek Carr, run out of bounds. You got 30 seconds and a timeout left. You guys could have scored a touchdown and knocked Dallas out of the playoffs. The dumbest quarterback in the league last week, Derek Carr. Yeah, you were. Stupid. Christmas night, Eagles, Raiders. I'll be watching. We're going to win it this week. We're going to secure that home field advantage. The NFC East champs in 2017. You know what that means. EA!